The unfortunate soul that's going to do the last time. Kenneth, go.
Last time, some things happened and I leveled up.
No.
That's half true.
Let's see. Last time we got to the place in the mountains we were trying to get to, and we went inside, and Silver was fighting a dude, and he had way too much potion, and there was this guy that kept coming up out of the floor and just wouldn't stay dead.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that.
I do remember that, yeah.
He may or may not have been eviscerated into small little bits of goo. And then we beat the big guy, I think.
Yep.
Because we're the good guys, and that's our job.
This is
Previously
correct.
on Shadows of Gradiriel, stuff happened.
He also exploded into goo.
Like a few days, like about a week ago, I had a pretty comprehensive summary that was like only a paragraph long.
I mean, it was a combat. Nah.
Yeah.
I actually practiced it a couple of times, like casually. And I was like, okay, I got this. I don't remember it.
Yeah, it was basically
the lines of what I said.
it was basically all just a big combat boss encounter. We fought through the place while Silver fought a creepy dude. We caught up and helped her fight the creepy dude. The creepy dude turned into bad CGI, and then we killed bad CGI, and he exploded. Now we have to go find the remaining victims and get them the hecky out of here.
Gotcha. Previously on Shadows of Gradiriel, roll for initiative. Loot that body. And now we're here.
The body exploded. You can't loot it if it's gone.
You can loot the soot.
And you just need to, like, collect the viscera from around the room.
You can loot the soot.
Sure. Alright. So,
Maybe I could get Ulara to turn the soot into some magical device.
no.
Oh.
She did that when the magic crap that you found was actually, like, God-based, not weird mad scientist-based.
Okay.
Anywho, so, yes, you guys, had investigated this place, you had dealt with the dude, he had exploded here, so theoretically there now is a path to go out into the garden here, because,
You keep saying here. We're here.
oh, right, I'm on the wrong layer. This one.
This map is ginormous, so
Over
I don't
here.
know where you're. Okay, there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So that is why you can see part of the garden out there, because this wall here exploded.
Gotcha.
Does that help?
No.
I mean, you asked. You were answered.
Yes. So, you guys have a lab to investigate, however which you choose to do so. You know that, based on various screams and cries that you had heard while going into this place, that, the people that you are looking for are probably somewhere in other rooms that you have not been in. Also, which CAD is the real CAD? There are two CADs.
I think
Inception.
I ran the heck out of the
Yeah.
room. I think I'm down here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, he's
that
the
one
little
down
one.
there is the real one because he sent like his clone over there and then he swapped places with his clone.
And then kept running. Yep.
And broken shit, that's what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. I blame Matt
Bjorn.
Mercer. It's his class. Anyway. So, yeah. You guys are free to investigate however you wish to do so. I'm just going to get rid of this CAD because combat's not happening and Echo go poof.
It's okay. I can bring him back at moment's notice.
Yeah, you can
Fair.
now. So, yeah. Who wants to lead the charge of the search or who wants to start searching?
So he's dead, right?
I would assume so, says Oak.
He did explode.
Yeah.
I haven't met many who survive exploding.
I did.
Oh?
Yeah, like 5 minutes ago, remember?
Hmm.
I was in the room, Silver threw a fireball into it. Shit, that's right, Silver.
And Skunk is going to squirm between the legs of everyone there and start making his way towards where Silver and Yong ran because he wants to make sure they are unharmed.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Because Skunk was back there against what is totally a wall right there.
Yes, indeed. It's like,
I can't go around. I can't go.
in retrospect, I should have put a door there.
Right. There's
And,
an odd spot for there not to be one.
um,
Oh.
so
I'm sure I had a logical reason at the time, but I do not remember it.
Maybe we can bust through the wall.
Have fun with that.
Popping off the grid for a minute.
Kool-Aid man.
Oh, yeah.
yes.
He's peeking around the corner, assessing the damage.
So
Well, that's fine.
a skunk is just making his way so slowly to the
Making my way.
yeah that
Making my way.
it,
Making my way downtown.
Fireball.
okay.
Ah! No!
Hey, so yes, so
Moving out of the way of the door.
yeah,
You two alive?
That's a door. I guess that's a door.
Asking if we're alive.
yeah, that's what Skunk asks. Skunk asked, "Are you alive?"
Yeah, we're alive.
Yee. Next up, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Good.
She clearly doesn't look fine, but she's fine.
Uh-huh.
You have like this one oblique hair that's still singed.
More than one.
She still has her hair.
All right. Skunk will give a little nod of affirmation. And without saying anything else for the moment, just gonna come over here and look at this door.
There's a door right here.
Yes, but you see, unlike you, I know where this shit goes.
Right here.
Well, Skunk doesn't know that.
Also, I didn't see it. That door right there. Because two different auras overlapping and the grid line overlapping, I completely missed it.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
It's
you have
gotta
us
look
here to point it out.
Okay, then I will check that door.
Sure, you want to check that door?
Is it trapped?
Let me double check my paperwork. So it's time for you to roll investigation or perception, whichever one you want to use to do to try to figure. Technically, it would be investigation if you're trying to figure out the door's trapped, but whatever.
24.
And looking over that door, you will find that it is not trapped. It is, however, locked.
All right. I'll point at the other door down the hallway.
Hey, Young, you want to get that one while I'm getting this one? Divide and conquer?
Young is kind of, she just, yeah, sure. And she will,
More confidence. You can do it. Let's go.
yeah, pretty much that.
All right. So you said the door was locked?
Yeah.
Let's remedy that situation, shall we? So I have my thieves' tools. 20.
Cool. Young is going to investigate this door over here. She sucks at investigation because she sucks at her job. Yay. Oh, hey, 19. Cool.
It don't suck that bad.
So she will find, this door is also locked. So she will thieves' tools her way through the door. Hooray. Let's see if she's actually better at it than Skunk. What's Skunk's bonus? 10? Hey, cool. She's better at it. She'll probably lower anyway. Of course she did.
Yeah.
I set it into existence. After all, Young's got the curse of can't be awesome if she's on screen.
I mean, you can't crit fail.
Does she not have reliable talent yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
She's not high enough level of rogue.
cool.
Reliable talent is like 80% of the reason why I'm as badass as I am as Skunk.
Pretty much, yeah. So, yeah. She can't, however, crit fail a check, but a natural one is the only way she would have failed at unlocking that door, because the door unlock was a 15. So
it might as well have been a critical fail.
I mean, she's not gonna lose her lockpicks or anything. That'd be dumb.
Right.
But yeah, she goes to fiddle with it and unlock it, and she just damn it. And then she just sort of broods in the corner over here.
Well.
Skunk.
Did you get it?
No.
Okay,
Aw.
move. Boot. I would like to intimidate the door.
It's time to knock.
It's a door. Sure. You can intimidate, or you can just
No, I'm joking, because my intimidate is just 10. It's a plus 10.
you could do athletics to break the door down,
I thought it was just a strength check.
or strength. That works too.
Guys, this door is very resilient. The door is trembling.
Is this a case of like you kick the door, it doesn't work, and you turn around? Well, I tried, and there's just an elephant charging down like a rhino.
Yeah.
Fuck, get out of the way!
How bad do you want the door open?
Yes.
Really bad. Yes.
I turn to Skunk and I give a little half bow. Excuse me, sir.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
You could just walk over him.
I mean, yeah, but that's kind of rude.
I will flush again. At around this time, I imagine I would have opened the door that I unlocked.
You did, yes.
So what's in there? I'll just be in that room while all this funny shit is happening.
Yeah, we need this door open.
Yeah, we'll get there. So this, and then this, and then boop,
Ah.
Eric's.
boop.
I hear boopage.
Yep, because map is getting revealed.
I thought he opened the one at the end of the hall.
He's opening the one in the
No.
middle. They changed their mind. You're going to battering ram the door at the end of the hall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I found the infirmary, guys.
Run. Roll. You can roll.
The what?
Skunk doesn't say that.
found
He
the-
wouldn't necessarily know that.
Yeah, no, Skunk doesn't say that. I say that because that's what I intended this room to be when I made this part of the map.
So if you sleep in one of these two beds here, do you just like get root hugs?
I imagine you wouldn't be sleeping in one of those two beds because they're covered in roots.
It's extra security.
I don't know. Some people like the weighted blankets because it makes them feel secure.
I mean, I have a weighted blanket, and I see that. I absolutely would use it more often if it didn't give me the mother of all neck and shoulder cramps to use it.
Anyway, roll perception, Skunk.
Oh, goody, I'm good at that. And my passive perception is 26, so pretty much no matter what, I'm going to see something. 21.
So Skunk, you are going to,
Combust.
no, you are going to see a room filled with lots of beds, and more of that weird, the mossy slime thing that you've been seeing before all over this place, because that's what I have designated this, what is technically like grass and trees to be.
Yeah.
And with your 21, let me do a quick thing. Sure. Okay. Yeah. In probably, we'll say, one of these beds in the far back here. Just as you sort of make your way inside, you see that there is a set of eyes looking out from under the bed that, as you open the door, hide.
Right, I'll get to that in a second. Can have the elephant take out the other door?
Yes.
So, Young, do you want to maybe step aside for a moment so I don't have to dodge you? Whoa, teleportation. Okay.
She can
So
technically
what I
do that.
do-
There's just not enough shadows in here. Yeah, that.
So what I was wanting to do is I was wanting to brace against this door behind me and start my charging sprint by kicking off of this door. If this door happens to come loose or come open at the same time, that'd be great. But
Jeez.
Hey, not a bad idea.
so I'm going to spend one of my rages, kick off of said door, and barrel down and like shoulder thrust or kick this door as hard as I can.
All right.
So what you want from me?
I suppose since you are doing this super aggressively with like rages and whatever, you're going to get
Strength check with advantage, wouldn't it?
You're going to get the benefit of advantage. And if you're wanting to hit the door behind you, you can do it twice. Once for the first
Okay.
door, once for the second door.
Strength check.
Strength check at advantage twice.
Cool. So 21 kicking off the door behind me, and a 20 plowing into the door at the end of the hall, full speed.
So, channeling your inner silver, you will kick in the door, but the
Yes.
door behind you. And then, how are you striking the door on this end? Are you, like, headbutting or kicking or pushing or...
I don't really want my leg to be skewering through the door with me on this side of it, so I guess
Shoulder check.
shoulder, yeah, I guess.
Cool. So,
I'm trying to knock the door back 10 feet. That's what I'm trying to do.
yes.
It goes flying off the hinges.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
Pretty much. This one is going to be knocked away. And you'll have a door leading into this area this way. And then you will knock the door off its hinges, and the door will go flying into this wall here. Boop.
Cool. Anything to prevent me from continuing?
Continuing to go forward? No, there's a door there, and if you make
A
it
wall directly in front.
So adjusting ever so slightly to ram into door here.
Is that a window?
No, that is a door.
Oh, okay.
It's just a
It
different.
looks like a metal door.
I don't know.
It
right?
is.
Since
it
I
is-
spent a rage, I'm going to search and destroy doors for just a little bit.
Okay.
cool.
And he's off.
You guys hear pinball sounds from the next room.
I will point out that that door, I assume by it being gray instead of brown, and considering what it technically is in this room, I assume that door is actually metal, not wood.
I don't know about metal, but when I was doing up the map, these doors were intended to be at least somewhat reinforced.
Yeah, fair enough.
I only had so many options in my software to convey that, so I just went with something gray instead of brown. Just mean, hey, this is dirty.
Okay, so by the way, also in your rage, you have hallway
Yo,
of many doors of the same caliber as the door that you were there.
so can I shoulder smack this door and see what happens?
You can also roll me a perception check. You don't get the benefit of your sense, but go ahead.
Perception without smell. That feels sad.
Right? I mean, you could use it. It just wouldn't necessarily help you.
I don't see it, but I smell the door.
Sure. So, are you wanting to shoulder check this door as well?
Yep.
Go for it. Strength at advantage.
Wrong button. This button. But I am lucky.
Do you have any
No,
of
I'm
those
out of
left?
lucky. No.
You're out of those.
So how does the door take me hitting it? It's pretty stout.
Yeah, it's reinforced.
So I have a weapon.
You do, yes.
Can I beat on it?
Sure. Roll an attack roll.
21.
That'll definitely hit it.
What does the door do?
I mean, it's a door. You have pounded on a slightly reinforced door.
Just pound it on it.
I would imagine that, going by like old edition rules, because I don't know how 5th edition handles items. But
10 HP of hardness per inch of thickness. I don't know.
yeah, something like that. Sure. I mean, you deal a sizable. I mean, you're probably roll an attack again. You got multiple attacks.
Here's Cadril.
Yep, it's a door.
I
It's
guess
AC
the door's not really going to dodge me.
Yeah, it's got an AC of 10. It's a door.
I can hit the broadside of a door. Yay.
All right.
You can hit a door.
So you pound the door in. Hooray! Good job.
Yay.
Hey, Cad.
Yeah.
Since you're the one wandering around in here, do me a flavor. Let's see. Roll me 3d10.
Oh. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
I gained 16 levels.
No, you do not.
Oh.
You do, however, pound your way into this teeny tiny little room here. And you will also terramify a small little person that's... Oh, come on. I am making them slightly smaller to make them differentiate from all the other diamond things. Boop.
Is it like a prison cell or like a?
Yep.
Okay.
Given the nature of where you were found by the party, this very much gives you the vibe of prison cells.
And we're here to free them.
Yes.
Yep.
Cool. So how about I just go ham and just go up and down and beat all the doors open?
Sure.
How
Once
many
again,
rolls are required, or are you going to assume that I can eventually get them open?
most likely. To reiterate, elephant pinball in the next room over there.
Yeah. So I break this door in and I see the whoever cowering. I'm like, "You're free," and then I move to the next door.
Sure.
Terrifying.
They're
saving these people lives, but they're going to be in financial debt for the rest of their lives paying for their therapy bill.
So, let's see. Where's Bjorn going? What's Bjorn doing? You have the options of who you want to follow. You have elephant pinball in
Yes.
the cells. You have your kobold friend going into what is apparently the infirmary. And then the girls went north. Or at least Silver went north. Young's kind of not figured it out yet.
Well, the way Cad's going, I'm going to assume that if there is anything dangerous in his direction, he's got it. So I'll back Skunk up,
All right.
just in case.
Can you all see my travel path?
Not unless you...
We can hear it.
Okay. Let's see if this works.
Oh, jeez.
my
Okay.
Christ.
Okay. Yes, we can see that. Impressively done. That was 220 feet. Well done. Well done. Well done.
You know, a few turns in there.
Sure.
I figured doing the crosshatch diagonal pattern would give me the most room to sprint, so I'm not like sprinting sideways to the next door and then bopping it.
Sure. It also looks very creative when you go... Yeah.
Like a pattern on a tapestry.
Sadly, you guys can all see that, and for me, I just go to the spot that I let go, and that's it.
Oh, weird.
I mean,
You
yeah.
You guys can see it.
So, with that, we will jump to Young and Silver. Silver is making her way out into the garden through the hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Young will eventually follow her way behind. There may have not been a sibling small moment that happened mostly off screen where Silver goes up to go out the hole in the wall and Oak and Young are in that little hallway like right here for a bit, and then Oak is just like, go! And then Young will follow and Oak will come down here with Skunk and Bjorn. So Young will follow behind you, and then she is Silver.
What?
Can we I know we're supposed to be investigating and looking around and whatever, but can we talk for a second?
Sure.
So I was too wrapped up in the fight with whoever that was to really realize that you had sort of lost yourself again. And it took me entirely too long before I was able to snap you out of it. So, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's understandable. We had a threat in front of us that we had to deal with.
Yeah, but... I mean, I should have spotted...
I'm not expecting you to notice every little detail that goes wrong with me.
I sort of wanted to take to heart what you had mentioned before and try to be more active in the goings-on, and I didn't feel like I did a good job back then. And I wanted to make sure that you knew that if you wanted to talk about how you were feeling, you can do that.
He pissed me off. He stunned me for a round. And unwanted touching.
Oh.
And mind control. Yeah, so it's fine. For the most part, I think. Probably not fine, but I'm gonna say it's fine because we got work to do.
Okay. Okay. So, how about we focus on that, and once the actual work we have to do here is done with, then we can talk about it more. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Now, I'm
You
going
probably
to...
want to go help the boys just in case they find something.
I am going to have Young roll randomly. Medicine.
Random quotations.
Medicine. Crap. Yay. Hooray for
She
Young
has a
not
few.
Hooray for Young not being good at her job. Or well,
It's
not being
her
good
job.
not being good at things. In this case, it's not her job. But you said earlier that, I mean, Silver, we the players know that Silver's not got a whole lot of health.
Yeah, no, she's from, let's say, from like on a scale of like 0 to 153, she's sitting at a 26.
Wow.
Right. Well said. I like that. So
Yeah, no, she does look very rough. Maybe a few like obvious bruises and cuts and burn marks, mainly from her own spells.
now, granted, unless we want to say that this is a super magical world, we can't get too graphic with her injuries because they're all going to go away in 8 hours. But regardless, you said that Silver's like, you might want to go help the boys just in case they run into something.
Yeah, because I know Silver is pretty much just spent out and she's not very helpful at the moment. But she knows Young just got in the fight for the second half. They'd probably still have a few tricks up their sleeves. So
Yeah.
she's just gonna sit there and like kind of wander around aimlessly, like, okay, just gonna wait until we're done.
So Young will hear that and she's just, I mean, she sort of listens and hears the bang, 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 bang of Cad in the rooms over there. And I think the boys will be okay.
Occasionally you hear Cadriel grunting out, sorry.
Yes.
Or whatever the sound is. I can't do it. Apparently I lost it.
You also may hear some very surprised yelling from the prisoners that he is terrifying when he slams into their doors.
I'm telling them they're free.
You are, but you're also an incredibly intimidating looking Loxodon that is shattering the doors.
I am unlocking freedom.
Can I get the garden area?
And foaming at the mouth a little.
Yep, you can get the garden area. It's rather big, just by the way.
Well, yeah.
It's also got the weird coloration that I did because I am smart like that.
It's snow, apparently.
That was the intent, but yeah. So this away. There's a door on the other side of that door, just so you know.
Huh? Oh, there's a door there. Okay.
Garden. This place is huge. Anyway, so yeah, Silver, you're going to be wandering around aimlessly in the little garden park thing.
Taking her mental health walk.
Something like that, maybe.
He gets like a little trowel and slowly pulls it towards her and makes a little divot in the sand. And...
or snow in this case.
Snow.
So while the girls start to do their little adventure up there, we will now jump back down to Skunk and the others in the infirmary down here.
Dum dum dum.
All right. I will whisper to Bjorn.
I think I saw something under that bed there.
And I will point.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to whisper back at him. Do you think it was a friendly thing? Or an angry thing?
Well, if it was an angry thing, I reckon it probably would have attacked us by now. This is a place of, people being imprisoned against their will. I'm willing to bet that's probably a patient.
All right, then.
I don't know. I'm going to check it out. Watch my back, will ya?
All right.
All right. And I will activate stealth mode.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a 28. 28.
And while he's
All right, so you're stealthing, Skunk.
Yep. So with that 28, I will circle around to here behind this this big root. I will hop up onto said root and climb along it, and then use that to very quietly deposit myself on top of that bed.
Oh, nice. So yeah, okay. So what are you doing, Bjorn, while he's doing that?
he's just up on the bed right now.
I'm on top of the bed. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to step around to this side of the bed.
Okay.
Cool. Hey, Bjorn.
Yes.
Roll for me a what was it? If you would please, Sir Bjorn, make for me a strength save.
Congratulations. Bjorn's knighted. Sir Bjorn.
Yes.
Dun dun dun. Moving up in the world, lads. That's a 20.
Cool. Okay, you're fine. And perception from Bjorn and Skunk. And I guess
Yes, I would like to know
there.
what I'm saving myself from right now.
Yeah, that's what the perception's for.
Since I'm directly saving myself from it, can I roll at advantage?
Sure.
Nice. Jesus Christ.
All right. So yeah, now, I asked this question of other DMs that have DM'd for D&D and 5th edition and whatnot. If someone is to make the save against a magical-based effect, would they instantly know where that magic effect came from, assuming that the effect doesn't say that specifically? Because I know something like Friends or Charm Person usually says, you know this was cast on you. But other spells don't necessarily do that. So, because on the one hand, you rolled a very, very high save for what was needed that was not going to be very high to begin with. So, I feel like I could just say...
The way I would personally attribute it is I would attribute it to an Arcana check.
Bjorn roll Arcana to see if he can figure out where the magic's coming from.
Yeah, like see if you can trace the threads of it before the last of the magic fades from a failed spell.
Sure.
Because I would assume you should know that magic was used on you, but unless it's a projectile, the direction should be its own thing.
Yeah. I mean, you're DM however you like. That's how I would do it.
That makes sense. Okay.
Alright, here comes my Arcana.
Roll well.
Yeah.
Not bad for a Bjorn.
Right?
All right.
14. That's like a 12 higher than what you normally get.
Yeah, right?
I like how I say that, and it's not even an insult. It's just the truth.
Simple statement of fact, my man.
It's just like with Young before. You can't roll well when you're on screen.
Mm-hmm.
He goes off screen, and he's off the main character of his own adventure. He comes over here, comic relief.
Yep.
So, yes. And what I'm going to attribute to that is the Arcana check also had to make the save, essentially, that you would have made before, which would be true, because, again, this is really low. Yes. So, Bjorn, you are going to be able to piece together that whoever it was that was under the bed, tried to cast a spell on you. You passed, and then all three are going to see someone try to stealthily and fail to run out from under the bed that Skunk is currently on to over here somewhere.
Okay. We see them running.
Yep, they sort of. It's actually interesting, because especially for like Skunk and Oak, maybe not so much on Bjorn. This might be something that'd be a 20 on the perception, but this person has like what look like gloves of some kind that allow them to move across this slime moss creature without disturbing it. And they're going to be... I don't have an image for them, but they're now, like, here.
Just sort of based on how they look and comparing to, like, other, like, victims of this place I've seen, can I deduce if this person is one of the victims of experimentation, or does he work here?
He has a lab coat.
So he works here.
Likely, yes.
All right, no need for mercy then.
Well then.
I think
And Bjorn.
I would like to cut off his escape with a misty step if I could.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think that would be appropriate. Just a quick, like, hello. You're not going anywhere. Nice thought, though.
Hey, Bjorn.
Yes.
Roll me a strength save standing there.
Once again. All right, here we go.
Yep. It's
I
not
did
hard.
good last time.
It's not hard. It's just annoying. Yeah, you're fine.
I did it.
Is this initiative time?
I don't think it's going to necessarily be required.
Okay. Well then, if this person is in front of Bjorn, like they're within range of each other, that means I will get advantage if I attack him with something.
You would, yes.
So I would like to withdraw my short sword, leap at his back, and attack him non-lethal. I don't want to kill this person. I want prisoners, or at the very least, a chance to interrogate. So I have advantage, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I do like that Puss in Boots meme where he just sails through the air after that dance off with the black cat, whose name I forget. Kitty Softpaws, that was it.
Yes.
Okay, well then. Damage time.
Yep.
And boop.
Cool.
Non-lethal. I don't want him to die.
Nah, that's fine. You drop him.
Okay.
That was easy.
I imagine it's a case of like I just jump onto his back and just pommel strike him in the back of the head.
Yep, pretty much. And for purposes, this individual who's in a lab coat, he appears to be a goblin-ish. He's a bit tall for a goblin, but goblin-ish.
Maybe like a bugbear type of deal.
No,
Hobgoblin?
this individual's somewhere between like goblin and elf. Weirdly enough, not a race the two of you have actually encountered directly.
An Uruk high.
Sure. So bonk, back of the head, collapse. I'm assuming Bjorn will like catch him to keep him from falling, or do you just gonna let him fall into the moss?
Like, I don't feel any particular desire to make this person's life more comfortable.
Fair. Okay. Alrighty. So, Skunk, your passive perception is really high. Because,
It's 26.
of course it is. Let's see. Yeah. You are going to notice at that point that there is another individual who was further back that is trying to sneak and make his way this way. But he failed. He rolled like a 12 on his stealth. Yay, low-level characters.
Skunk is just gonna grin. Is like,
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
and I would like to use my last second level spell slot to Misty Step over there.
Because you got that too.
Yep.
Alright.
Is this like another like a weird goblin elf person?
This one's not, no. This one looks like a blue individual of a Dalkin.
Also lab coat?
Yep, also lab coat. Female, also. But,
All right.
yeah.
All right. I will. Can I reach her ear?
Sure. I mean, she's kind of tall and you're kind of short, but sure.
I will reach up and I will grab her ear,
Okay.
and I will say,
Give it up, sister.
So, do you want to, roll, I guess, resist grapple? This is a very weird grapple, but sure.
The idea is more to tell her,
Hey, you can't run. I found you.
Sure, yeah.
I got your ear. I got your ear.
I can go for the tongue if you want.
Bleh.
I like tongue. It tastes good when salted.
so what are we rolling here?
Okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You're probably going to roll better anyway. So,
Depends. What do I need to roll?
I guess it would be if you're not actually trying to grab her, it could be like acrobatics, I suppose, more than athletics, because you're not actually wanting to grab her.
I'm just like finger pinching her earlobe, but sure, 31.
Yeah. Okay. So you you stop her very pointedly, and she like immediately, though I guess in this day and time for like medieval times they wouldn't necessarily have this concept, but she does the equivalent to the time period of putting her hands on her head thing, like being caught by people.
Yep. All right. I will look around the room. Are there any other people like this? Any other lab coats?
Roll perception.
Okay. I will roll perception, and I will roll a 25.
You do. There are no other lab coats in here, but you will notice that the individual that you had clubbed over the back of the head that Bjorn let fall to the ground, he does seem to be starting to kind of sink.
Bjorn, get him!
Oh shit! Oh. I reach down, like grab the back of his shirt and like yank him out.
Yep.
We're gonna take him and me off of the moss now.
Probably a good idea.
Yep.
I'm just gonna quickly shimmy on over,
Okay.
and then I will.
So you guys have found a couple people in the infirmary. Let's see. Let's do some Bjorn, or not Bjorn. CAD ping pong up here.
Yay, ping pong.
You're basically opening up all these little doors and things anyway, so
If it looks like a door, it's my enemy.
yeah, that's how that works.
And if I burst through and someone's in there, I'm like, "You're free. Hi, sorry," and then next.
In particular, as you're doing so, you're going to have one interesting situation. Roll for me, because you're a barbarian with the ability effective to it. Roll for me dexterity save at advantage.
Dex save at
Yes.
advantage.
Dex save at advantage.
Hold on. I don't have the +5.
Right, so it's just a 20.
Yes.
So you are pounding your way, making your way in.
Make a point.
Yes. Most people will just sort of cower in the corner, and then you say you're free and you go on to the next one. It might take them a couple of minutes. Maybe you're at the next door by that point, but they will eventually start, you've opened the door. They are now free.
Yep.
You will, the ones that are able will start slowly making their way out. And then you come to maybe the fourth or fifth one, somewhere in that mess, and you pound in, you're free, and a lightning bolt goes over your head. But you dodged it. Good job.
And you're welcome. Next.
Roll perception.
Normal 22 and smell 22.
I'm gonna put you at a room like up here somewhere, sure.
Okay.
And so you get lightning zapped, and you like duck your head and dodge underneath it, and then you're free. Sorry. And with your perception of 22, you realize that the individual in here is not actually free, because they're chained to the wall back here. Sure, their door is open, but they ain't going anywhere.
Never mind, I was mistaken.
So I do notice that they're chained. You're free. No, I'll be back. Ping, 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 pong, pong, ping, pong, pong.
All right.
And then when I'm done, I guess instead of just chilling in the middle, if there's nothing else that's going to draw my attention, I guess I'll return to this one. But a little more cautious. No zappy.
What's interesting is a couple of the rooms that you open, your scent kicks in, because you'll notice on this map here that Brian put some skeletons in these beds.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, that's accurate. There's smell of death, smell of decay in some of those rooms down there.
The most important task of the day. Getting
Yes.
this door out of the way. Next.
All right.
This is a man who loves his job.
Hey, I'm burning my rage here.
And you are going to make your way back up to the room with the person that's chained up.
Yeah, if there was nothing else particularly interesting other than some dead people that stink and this one that zappied, yeah, so probably exiting rage and peeking around corner. And you still in here? Please don't zap me. Do you want to be free? What's your deal?
And what you will find is it's young male, probably 20s or so. Looks to be a let's see, race. Yeah. This one is going to be a human. Appears on the surface, at least, human. And he's just sort of still stuck against the chains, or in the chains, and it's like, well, how was I supposed to know who was running through the doors is here to free me? Like, I'm going to expect that.
Sorry about that. The doors were being stubborn, and yeah. So, is he one of the? Does he appear to be one of the people we are here to free?
Quite possibly, yes. He is very disheveled. What amounts to tattered clothing, like messy hair, and he seems very tired, if anything.
That didn't work.
I don't know what you were going for there, but sure.
You have to save the GIF and then upload it from your download folder.
That is extremely irritating.
It is. I agree. So how hard is it to get him out of his shackles?
Depends on what sort of tactic you want to use to try to get out of him. You are an elephant man with no lockpicks, so...
I don't know. I have this giant two-handed lockpick, but might let one of the rogues have at it.
Are
you hungry?
Or you could pull the chain off of the wall. He might still be in shackles, but he'll be off the wall.
Yeah, if it looks like I might be able to do that. Yeah.
Possible. And you ask him? You asked him the question of, is he hungry?
Yes.
Starving. Yes.
I have some friends that can probably pop those shackles open. I might even be able to try and free them from the wall so you have a little mobility in the meantime. And I can give you a bite to eat while you're waiting either way, so would you like me to get them or try and pull on the wall there, or what would you like?
He sort of, he looks you over for a minute as if trying to, not necessarily size you up, but trying to get a read on you. He's essentially rolling insight is what he's doing.
Yeah.
But...
I mean what I say.
Yep, you do. And then he just, like, looks back to the door that you just shattered on through. Was all that banging you, letting everyone else out?
Yeah. The doors were stubborn. We had a couple people.
Yeah,
like
I get it. Just pull the, and he like pulls at the chains. It's not going anywhere because he's not.
Okay. So can I grab them and try and pull really hard in a way that if I somehow fail, I'm not yanking him around?
Yes, that's relatively easy to do.
So what? Just strength check.
Yeah, he had some leeway with the chains to where he could go all around this itty bitty room that he's in.
Okay.
But he couldn't necessarily leave the room even if the door was open. So.
Gotcha.
There's enough give that you can sort of get towards. It's like you. It's like when you don't want to unplug something by pulling where you're. If you plugged up your phone charger to the wall, you don't want to unplug the phone charger by pulling your phone. You want to pull the charger from the wall. And you just go to the edge of the chains where the wall is, and you can yank it there, and then you're not hurting him even if you fail.
So, strength check, I guess?
Yep, strength check. Yep, pretty easy. For you, anyway.
Okay.
And you pull the chains off the wall, and he's like, I'd heard about Loxodons being strong, but damn. Okay, I'm out of here.
And I'll hand him one of my rations, and as he's walking past, I'll mention if you meet up with my friends down the hall, there's a couple that are good at lockpicking. They're a lot more delicate than I am. Just tell them that I asked if you could help with the chains.
Oh, now that you've done this, I think I can actually get them all. I just need to, well, maybe, whatever. Anyway, I sorry I zapped at you.
Yep, all good. I wouldn't have known what I was doing either. Yeah.
And he will make his way outside, which, because the chains had so much give for him to wander around the room, he is pretty much dragging these chains behind him like a very long tail.
Did he take the rations from me?
He did, yeah. He's just like scarfing at him as he's going down the hallway. Alright.
Cool.
So you're doing that. Silver.
Did.
Hey, Silver.
Huh?
How about you and Young roll perception check?
Oh, great. Okay. That's gonna be funny.
It is.
14.
21. Yay! Good job, Young. So as you sort of, I imagine that you sort of wandered around a lot of this garden before eventually making your way down here to this other door.
No, I just kind of stepped out, like around, saw another door, went to the door.
Okay. And so I sort of just went around the corner here and then down. Alright. So, having done that, just before you're making your way to that door down there, more like back here at this corner,
Down here.
just a little bit, Young will sort of, she stops for a second and she's, wait. I hear something in the bushes up here.
Huh?
There's something wandering around in this garden. I hear it like shuffling. I don't know what or who, but something's up here.
Let's go inside.
Fair. Yeah. That'd be a good idea to do that. So I am gonna roll.
Can she see it, or is it just she can hear it?
It is actually relatively close if she could hear it, because she can. Yeah. So, this is an interesting something. Where is my, there it is. I think this is, can this be, is this strictly line or is this cone? I cannot remember. Okay. So, yeah, fine. Alright, so, I want both, Young and Silver to make for me a con save.
On save?
Con save, yep. Oh, okay, cool. 34.
Yeah, don't let me.
I mean, you know, normal.
Yeah, it's just.
So this is an interesting something. You know, the, like, in various different forms of anime and cartoons and other things, when something's got the, like, chameleon camouflage thing going on, how they do the fade in of color and fade out and all that. Yeah, something does that, and it appears to be once it does this move, and Young sort of points it out, you will see a, like, it's almost like a very thick, dense mist or fog that seems to come from this kind of direction, and it comes in a distinctly cone shape, and Silver, you're fine, and Young's like, and she's still, you know, coherent, but she's moving much more sluggish.
Where is it at?
Comes from over this
Where
way.
did it come from?
Yep, that way.
I don't see anything.
Oh, right, I'm on the wrong. This one. Boop.
That way? Okay.
And then, yeah, Young is... Okay, yeah, there's something there. Silver, you can't, whatever it is...
Whatever it is, you can't.
You're too weak to deal with that. Go, I'll fight it. Go tell the others that there's something else here.
Detect magic.
Yeah. Okay. Your detect magic detects that there is a illusion aura in that vicinity over there.
Okay, she's gonna go up to it.
Silver. Damn it.
You're faster! Run!
She's technically not faster right now.
She is faster.
Not right now, she's not.
What do you mean, not right now? She's not.
Silver would not necessarily know this, I guess, but technically Yang is under the effect of the slow spell right now.
Oh.
Okay.
But
Well, either way, they're eventually gonna hear me. Let's go.
yeah, probably. So you're going to charge for it?
Yeah, she's gonna go up to it.
Okay. So this is interesting because I've modified this creature slightly to have effects that he didn't normally have.
Woo!
But you have a adolescent copper dragon.
Copper, that's metallic. Those are supposed to be the good guys.
It is.
For the most part. That's what normally research is done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call him Spy.
Yeah, she just goes like right up to him and be like, "Oh, hello."
What the fuck are you doing, man?
So we're actually going to approach him?
Yeah, she's gonna speak Draconic to him and be like, "Oh, hi."
Silver, make a perception check.
It's gonna be poor.
Probably. But maybe you'll get lucky.
I have advantage since part of her background is that she understands. Did research on dragons.
I don't think in this case it would
I'm
matter.
kidding.
Yeah, no. Nope.
Ah, fuck, 8. I mean, 9. It was
9?
almost a 20.
9. So you approach him. You say hello.
In Draconic.
Who are you?
I am Ira. That's Yang. We were tasked by some people to come here. Are you okay?
Did you make the fireballs attacking over there? Sort of looks in the corner.
Yes.
So you are who he was fighting.
Yes, he was fighting me for a little bit until my friends arrived. I'm sorry if he was friends with you, but like, he was kind of a dick.
He was a piece of shit.
I am going to roll the thing, and I'm going to make it visible because that's funner. Technically, his magic would be going because he is gone, so I could just say that that's with advantage because it's residual. Sure. Okay. He will, he kind of stares at you blankly for a little bit.
You didn't answer my question. Are you okay?
And then he will shake his head, sort of less of saying no and more of like a dog shaking their head and just meh. And I want to go home.
You want to go home?
It's weird.
That is what he said, right?
Yeah, that's what he said.
We can get you home.
My magic is messed up. I can't do what I'm supposed to.
Has anything changed when your magic started messing up? Like that you notice on you?
Yes, I know that he did it, but for a while I was okay with it, but now I'm not. I'm gonna go home.
Can I see what he did?
Silver, roll persuasion with advantage.
Okay.
Woo! Dargan shit.
28, let's go.
God damn!
Nice.
She can be very persuasive, or she can be an intimidating bitch.
Look at that motherfucker!
So he will like fold back his wings and sort of let you look in and around his like the equivalent of the collarbone and the shoulder blade.
Okay.
And you will see, looking closer, because he's basically showing it to you, you will see that there are very distinct puncture like holes, puncture marks in his neck, and some that like weird stitching on his wing. And you also see that he has a spiked collar around his neck, like he's a dog, but the spikes are facing inward.
Ooh, they're actual collars like that, and those are adorable.
Can
Yeah.
I see a way to... first she's going to... Young, can you go get your brother? We probably need, like, restoration or dispel magic or probably something else to heal.
Young,
I can try... no, I don't. I don't have enough juice for it. I could have tried lesser restoration, but I doubt that would work. Here, let me see if I can get this collar off. And she's gonna try to get the collar off.
So, yes, exactly that.
So can Young start making her way
Yeah,
back inside?
she's
Okay.
she's going to. And she also sort of shakes off the slowness effect that was on her eventually.
Woo! Yahoo!
Yay for circumventing combat because you didn't automatically attack. Go Silver.
Woo!
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, the thing is, it's like, okay, I can't see it, but I know there's a magical thing right there. I'm gonna go up to it and see what happens.
You Silver learned. Hooray! It might
like,
help.
I left
she
my-
said shit.
I left
Throw silver
my
at it, see what-
self-preservation. I left my self-preservation at the door. Let's go say hi.
Yes. It's just like, oh, I want to see what happens. Throw silver at it.
I mean, it might have helped that it was a dragon that's supposed to be good. So
Yeah.
So yeah, you're going to try to get the collar off.
Yes, and as she doing, can she do something as she's taking the collar off, or is it taking the collar off just as an action?
And ultimately, an action's only 6 seconds, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay, because she's going to expend. Let's see, where's her health pool? Okay, she's going to expend 5 lay on hand points to cure a disease or neutralize a poison affecting him, if there is.
Okay. Paste for me the lay on hands bit where it says that. I'm curious on the wording there. Cure a disease or neutralize a poison.
She's just trying whatever she can as she's helping.
Right. You do get a sense, because I would wager if a paladin has the ability to cure a disease, and has like sense magic and all this other stuff, you're going to get an enchantment. You would have had an enchantment effect on him too, both enchant and illusion. So
Okay. Yeah, so I was right about trying to see if we can get this spell. Okay.
in a certain sense, yes.
But first the
First
collar.
Now, my question is, to get a collar like that off without hurting him more, would that be more sleight of hand, or would that be like a strength thing to pull it off? Because I feel like it's a more dexterous thing to pull it off without hurting him more.
Yeah,
Is Silver trying to be careful?
she is. She's going to try to be very careful.
He
So, is there, like... So there's, like, not a lock or anything, but somehow they got it past its horns?
Yeah. I mean, it does seem like it was put on him in a way that, like, for them to get up to him the way that they did, maybe he was, like, asleep or subdued in some way in order for them to get around him the way that they did. And there doesn't appear to be a lock of any kind on it. It's mostly solid. And when you're like visibly being careful to try to get it, and he just like he does like an indignant or like annoyed growl, and he's just like, don't try to be careful, just get it off. It's hurt me enough as it is. Another time's not gonna hurt
Well, are you going to promise not to roast me afterwards?
He's silent.
I love the vote of confidence. Thanks. Okay. Sure, she's going to find a link. Let me take a look at it. Yeah, she's going to find a link and try to break it.
All right.
Hold on, let me take a look at something.
Okay. Silver gets to help a dragon. Yay!
Just bring the elephant. He can pull it apart.
I can bite it.
Could I make it brittle?
Riddle.
Yeah, can I make the metal brittle enough to break?
What would you do to do that?
She would aim her hand. She'll like hold on, because I'm assuming since this is like a dragon, she can has like one link in her hand,
Oh yeah.
and she's gonna like aim up and transmutate burning hands into ice, because it says with fire that it catches flammable stuff on fire. So I figured, can I make it brittle?
Clever. Okay, sure.
Okay, that's the last of my sorcery points.
Yay.
And I'm burning through the last of my spells. Fuck.
Well, it's good that you.
All right.
It's good that you mostly circumvented the last what would be potentially difficult combat.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, she's being careful. Do I need to roll like 3d6 against metal?
I mean, he's gonna let you hit it, because he knows you're trying to break it off with it. I'm assuming you're gonna warn him somehow. And it'll be relatively easy to hit with you being that close.
Yeah, so do I need to roll the damage to see if I actually break metal link
Yeah, sure.
just off of...
Roll your damage.
12.
Nice.
And then... Okay. Then should I add a strength check to it?
Yep. Roll you a strength check.
Fuck you!
Which I was going to, before you rolled it, I was actually going to give you advantage on pulling it apart because you made it brittle.
Okay. I'm just gonna go sit in a corner.
So you make it brittle, you sort of pull at it, and he's just it like pulls into the back, like the opposite side of where you're pulling the chain link in, and it pulls into his neck there, and he's and you can't seem to break it. At which point he
I'm sorry, I just practically got my ass handed in there as well. So mainly by myself, I somehow kicked my own ass, but normally I'm better at this.
Ooh. Well then.
It was a fireball, and we all saw it at least once.
There was 3 fireballs. Or 4.
So I was
Either
intending
3 or 4, I lost count.
I was intending to roll this as advantage with you guys able to see it, but I did it as a hidden roll by accident. I just rolled with advantage for him to try to pull it the other way. And he rolled a nat 1 twice.
Aw.
So, what's going to happen
Yay,
here?
I'm stronger. Am I stronger than a dragon?
How close are you to it, Silver? To kind of get to its neck.
Well, I have to be like right next to it in order to get to the collar.
Yeah, so you're like right on top of where he's at. So he is going to try to pull against in the other direction to sort of help you try to pull it apart. Which is going to basically pull it into the outside of his neck even more.
Don't do that.
And he is going to growl, roar, and no, he's going to growl very loudly, and then and then you're going to hear a very pained and very stern, essentially order almost, that is, back up,
Back up.
back up, and he is going to momentarily he's going to change. His scales are going to shift in color.
Okay.
And he's the same shape because, you know, technically dragons of different colors are different shapes and whatever, but he's going to go from being a copper dragon, to looking, if I can get the things to work here, looking like this.
Is that a...
He is actually not necessarily silver. He's a lot more gray than that.
He's a platinum dragon.
Deal.
He is a mercury dragon.
Ooh.
Silver's just gonna sit there and stare like, what did I just witness?
And
Can I be your friend?
So Silver,
Yes?
I would like for you to
Die?
no.
No.
That would be
No.
bad. That would be bad.
Yes, I
That is-
sacrificed my life to save the dragon. No.
That would be in character for you, wouldn't it?
Call
Huh?
your elephant.
No, you're fine. Hey, Silver, are you immune to poison damage?
I don't know, let me check.
I think
Also, did the rest of us hear the roaring?
you have
Most
yes.
likely.
You would have at this point. Not to mention, I'm sort of building up to what she's dealing with, and then Yong's gonna have made it in and calling everybody else. So
No, I am not immune.
okay,
Yeah, I'm not immune.
cool,
But I am immune to disease.
right. I knew it was something like that you were immune to.
Okay.
So I want you to make for me a Constitution save. Again. 98. 31. Okay, cool. So you're going to take half damage instead of full damage. As the now Mercury Dragon is going to breathe a toxic poison breath at you.
Did I just ask you?
Half 20. And
Did I just ask you not to breathe at me?
They did not agree to those terms,
I'm trying to.
and also said back up.
I did back up. I didn't know how far.
Evidently not far enough.
it's fine. So Silver, sit tight a second. We're gonna get back to the rest of the party for a minute, as they're probably gonna come.
Yeah,
rush-
the Silver is like now probably has like blackened veins showing of like pulsing poison through her. Like,
Yes. So with that, Yong is going to have made her way out this way towards the rest of you in the infirmary and like the holding cells on that far right side. As all these other people that Cad had let out are going down this hallway here, including the guy that is dragging chains behind them. All of you are going to hear a very loud roar, and Yong is going to have made it to where you guys are, and has just to like Oakham, Bjorn, and Skunk is like, Silver found a dragon. Roar. Shit. That doesn't
What
sound-
color?
He was copper, I guess. I don't know dragon.
Okay. All right.
But he was also hurt, and I think he's hurt more now or something. So let's go.
I will look at the person that I assume Bjorn and I like tied up our prisoners while we were doing this.
Probably.
Well, this is all going
Maximum
on.
manacle.
Maximum ropage.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. In that case, I will just point at the prisoners and be like,
you move a muscle, I'm taking it and eating it.
And I'm not stopping him.
No, you're not.
he would insist.
She's got the one prisoner that's
He's
not.
assistant of playing.
Yeah, the one prisoner, the one prisoner that's like not knocked out is just going to nod her head vigorously, like, "You got it. Mm-hmm. Yep."
all right, give a thumbs up, and I will go chasing after Yong.
Wait
Yep.
for me!
And Bjorn will likewise.
Hey, Skunk, do me a favor. This is probably going to be easy. Roll me a dex save.
Oh no.
27.
Okay, cool. So, are you doing the you've mentioned it before, but like you're going really fast, so you like are on all fours and running?
I'm doing the quadruped thing, yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were doing. So you quadruped your way, you run out into this hall to follow Yong to the gardens, and you basically have a moment where you're playing jump rope with the manacles with the guy that Cad let out. Jump over him. and then you're just moving onward, and then the guy looks back. He's like, "The fuck? What?" And then
Like I don't even say anything beyond like, excuse me, coming through, don't mind me. Ah!
yeah, I'm assuming Cad's also going to follow with a sound of everybody yelling and whatnot.
Sure.
Yeah. Yep. So all of you are going to then make your way out into the
The
garden.
moment they start piling through the door, Silver's gonna yell at them, "Stay back there!"
And yeah, you guys are all making your way out there, and Silvers does her thing.
Yeah, it's just like, "Stay back there."
And you Young sort of looks and then looks between like the group that's here and Silver, who's clearly hurt even more now. Yay.
Oh boy.
I guess she's like coughing, like she's like not really hemorrhaging, but kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of hemorrhaging.
It's not a good time, no.
And she's gonna sit there. Okay. She points to Cad. You, come here. Oak, you, come here. Careful and slowly.
You said that after I sprinted up to you.
Alright.
Okay. Cad, can you get that collar off of him?
I can see it.
Yes.
With her indicating where it is, yes. Although it is slightly more difficult because it's now very close to the same color he is.
I can see it. I can kill it.
Well, I made it brittle for you, so yeah, have at it.
Can you get him to, like, bow his head down closer to the ground so I can grab it easier? Or am I, like, climbing up there? How tall is he?
He's not as big as like Ozzo was, but he's up there. He's person who knows dragons better. How big is they're classified as a large creature as opposed to a huge creature. What size would a adolescent young dragon be? Generally,
Isn't it already shown as a large?
yeah, it's a
So
large.
it's probably
10 foot
more
two?
than maybe a little more than 10 feet tall. So he would probably have to lower his head if the collar is right up there.
So, yeah. Can you ask him to lower his head and I can see what I can do?
It's like she'll speak draconic and be like, "I forgive you for that. I understand pain. Yeah. This big guy here, he is much better at breaking things. Can he try to break your collar?"
Now, this is an interesting moment because even the characters who don't know Draconic are gonna pick up on this. At this point, when he
Oh, everyone would notice it's a different color than copper.
yeah, Young is like, the fuck? Wait, he was a different color before. What?
It's weird.
Yeah.
Magic BS, that's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, that tracks.
At this point, now he is going to speak. It's pained, though probably not near as much pain as Silver's dealing with right now. And he is going to say, in common this time, simply the word "please," and he lowers his head as per the request earlier. But what's interesting is for Silver in particular, and technically Young too, because she would have heard the conversation, though she couldn't understand it. And Young and some of the party has experience with this too, weirdly enough. He suddenly, this young dragon now has two voices. They're
Okay.
layered on top of each other. And then he will, very pained, it's like he's fighting with himself, essentially, lower his head.
The shame that I'm out of manifest echo charges, or I could, like, make a Rasengan with myself.
You're not Naruto, no.
Okay.
Once Silver's gonna turn to Oak, do you have, like, Dispel or something? 'Cause there's, like, also enchantment on him.
Yeah, what sort of magical effect is it?
It's some sort of enchantment, that's all I know.
Okay. And then
Also, stand away from the head.
right. Okay. So
So
Oak
we're
is
just gonna move and stand out the way of the head.
Oak just I think for like lesser restoration and or like dispel magic. Dispel magic can be done from a distance, so.
Well, yeah, but still, that's fine.
So Oak is not getting near that. Nope. Although, I think one thing that Oak will do, he will move closer, and he will just, I'll help the dragon. Can I help you first?
No, help the dragon. I'm fine. He's in a lot more pain than I am. Please.
Right. I was looking at something else there for a second. Has the collar been removed at this point?
We're working on it. So
Can Skunk see from here if the collar has like a locking mechanism, like something that could feasibly be interacted with using thieves' tools?
you can roll perception. Sure.
All right. 21.
Nope.
Okay.
So
Doesn't seem to have a mechanism of such. So Cad, you're going to roll either an attack roll to try to smash it because it's brittle, or you can try to pull it off.
Or strength check as advantage to break the link.
Yeah.
So the collar has inward aiming spikes.
Yes.
How much wiggle room is there between said spikes and Dragon's neck?
Depends on which side you're on. One side,
So
one side quite
there's
a bit
little
more.
area of space between.
Yeah, one side there's at least a little bit of space between. Other side, like particularly like his what would be his left side, is sort of pushed more into his neck. So not so much on one side, but there is a side that has a little bit of space.
Okay. Next question. What is the collar made of? What kind of material?
It seems to be metal of some persuasion.
Mallet.
Yeah.
The reason I'm asking is, would it be possible to carefully basically flip the collar inside out so the spikes aim outwards?
Since it was made brittle, you could try to do that, but you're probably just going to shatter it. But
Which is a perfectly okay scenario. So my goal would be to try and invert it so the spikes are away from the neck, making it a lot easier to try and get it off without hurting him. And flipping the spikes specifically in a way that they're less likely to engage in his flesh if I fail.
mm-hmm.
So what would that be? Would that also be just strength?
You're not gonna. You're trying to be careful.
If the thing shatters, I'm happy too.
Yeah.
I just don't want to grab it and start yanking it back and forth. I kind of feel like Silver's had enough poison.
Yeah, you could. It's been made brittle. It's been hit a little bit. It'd be a little bit easier for you to break. You could carefully try to pull it apart, or try to like bend it. So that would probably be more, I'd imagine, sleight of hand.
I mean, I can try that.
So
I'm trying to carefully invert the collar away from the dragon's flesh.
if someone else has other ideas for making that, I feel like trying to be more careful with it, more sleight of hand than not. Although, I guess it is more roll strength. Fine, roll strength. You are still effectively bending and pulling, so.
So 20.
Okay. So you sort of grab and then try to bend it away from him, and because of Silver having made it brittle, made it cold and brittle, it's very cold to the touch for you, but that's okay. And then and you shatter it. It's still sort of stabbed in his neck on a couple sides, but the collar itself is off.
Cool. As soon as I detect that it is shattered and one side is now two pieces instead of one loop, I immediately open and go the other way to unstab neck.
to pull the...
Free him.
Yeah. Well, he's not necessarily bound. He just has the collar around his neck still. Yeah. So, and
There you go, big guy.
Oak is asked to do some sort of dispel magic situation. If I recall, there's like, depending on 4th level, DC, blah blah blah. Spellcasting modifier. So for Oak,
Whatever the spell that is cast on the dragon, that plus 10.
yeah,
And that's a DC, and then it's whatever his spellcasting modifier is.
which for Oak is Wisdom because cleric.
I'll gently lay the collar down on the ground once I get it free, and I'll just slowly back away.
What's left?
Thank
of
you,
it.
Cad.
Yeah.
So Wisdom, not save, Wisdom check. But cool. So, yeah, this is interesting. Because this was yay for a character who's a blend of magic and science and sorcery and whatnot, because mad scientist. Also helps that most of his magic is failing now because he's dead. So what's going to happen here is I unfortunately am not going. I didn't bring the tokens with me that were not red all around it. But so what's going to happen here is Oak is going to raise up his hand and do a dispel magic thing to try to push the magic and free and save the dragon. And there's a moment where the dragon is roaring and growling and is in pain, briefly. But it's very similar to that idea of, you know, you've broke a bone or something and you hurt it more, quote unquote, more to put it back into place, kind of a thing. He knows it's helping, but it still hurts, like ripping off a band-aid badly or whatever. And you suddenly have 2 dragons. But
Whoa.
and
Yes!
yeah, Mr. Baddie did some scientific soul magic and merged 2 dragons together.
Seems unwise.
Yeah.
Silver just puts her hands up and be like, yes! We win.
So perception check, Silver and Cad, since you're close.
Right.
22.
Smell 22.
8.
Let's roll Oak and Skunk, since you moved up there. You can roll perception too, since you're crazy high perception, you're gonna see it anyway.
23.
Perception for Oak. Whoop.
Oak has eyes. Let's go.
Yes. Okay. So, these 2 are going to split apart. And now I'm getting an echo. Don't know why. Don't know from who. But that's fine. So these 2 are going to split apart, and everybody that's relatively close, aside from Silver, because 8, is going to see that right in the middle of like the area of where they were, there is it falls, lands there, and then just dissolves and disintegrates. But it briefly looked like a weird, like, tentacle or tentacles that just fell apart. In the
Tentacle
spot.
magic.
Yeah, tentacle matter. So for purposes, had you chose to fight him, and he went into absolute aggressive ragey mode, I had a token that looked like this.
That looks like this one.
It looks the same.
Look at his back.
Oh,
Hmm.
What's different?
what is that?
Tentacle!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's is actually pulled from a sprite for Mind Flayer tentacles. Anyway, but you don't have to deal with that because Silver learned. She didn't automatically attack. She saved him. Good job.
She doesn't always automatically attack.
I know. I'm just picking on you. It's fine.
Yeah. Heard to get that shit from the kobold.
I know. So yes, you have successfully split him back into what his forms should be. Instead of one person, he has two, or one dragon, he has two. And then the two of them just sort of
Dragon.
the two dragons just look at each other and then
Yep.
sigh and just like they don't slump and pass out, they just like slump and do like the falling over tired dog things.
Alright, now to clear out the rest of the place.
Yes. And
I don't know. I might need a minute to process what I'm looking at here.
no kid.
What? Two dragons were formed together because of weird magic. Yes, what more is there to understand? Now they're tired and want to take a nap.
That part I get.
Okay, then we're on the same page.
I'm not sure we are.
Hey,
Then what's the problem?
hey, Silver.
It's just
What?
a lot.
Make a dexterity save.
Sure.
Indigestion.
I would not be surprised.
Hold on, I gotta check, see if I have to... I'm checking something.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just dexterity that it has disadvantage with full plate?
Dexterity checks. I don't know about saves.
Don't see anything about... Okay. 20.
Darn it.
What?
Okay. While you were distracted with the dragon, whatever shenanigans and like skunk and like being, I need to process this kind of thing. Oh wait, actually,
Ow, my teeth.
I couldn't roll with his modifier there, so his modifier would make it equal. So ha, it works anyway. Ha.
What? What is going on?
Boop.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Have 11 hit points. Deal with it.
You little bird thing. We have not explored the rest of the building. You don't know what's in there. Save your magic for that.
Oak's gonna say nothing. He's just gonna walk away.
Yeah.
I believe the correct response is thank you.
She didn't want to be healed.
I know she didn't, and that's why I did that roll that way. What that was a dexterity save against Oak.
It should have been sleight of hand, really.
Okay, so if it was sleight,
But whatever.
hang on.
It's
Hang
too late.
on.
I have the healing.
If it was sleight of hand, it would have still been an advantage, and the result would have been the same.
Yes.
So
My danger sense triggers. Oak, run!
anyway,
Silver just takes a step forward and goes flops into the snow. Be like, I'm just gonna stay here then.
okay, and then
So the dragons are napping, yes?
they're laying down. They might not necessarily be asleep, but they're laying down. It might be something
I'll
akin,
watch.
something akin to exhaustion that's got to them rather than like actual health points.
Right.
Okay, I'll have to remember to ask their names later.
I'll watch over the dragons. Go have fun. Ugh.
I just see 3 metallic dragons napping in the snow. It's fine.
And then having seen her brother do that, Young's just gonna hang out in this corner. What's the rest of you going to do?
I mean, I guess as long as we're here, I'll inform Young and Kat about the 2 prisoners in lab coats we took in the infirmary.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We should probably go check on them.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Make sure they haven't run. I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the people that I freed from the next hall?
I don't know. Dungeon Master, did we? I know I saw one of them. I played jump rope with his chains.
You would have saw the rest of them, yeah.
Okay.
Or-
In that
or
case,
like
Bjorn,
heard
you
them.
go check the prisoners. I will check what's behind door number this one.
The one at the end of the mega hall?
Yeah,
Where
I'm
are you at?
gonna start exploring the. I'm gonna go over this way and start exploring the other side of the complex.
I see.
Oak's gonna follow you.
Probably wise.
So
And leave Young with her girlfriend. Seems fine.
Bjorn, you go out there to check on the prisoners.
Yes, indeed.
You bound them up with ropes. Let's see. Oh, hey, cool. So you come back to where they are, and your ropes are still there, but they're not.
Can I see any sign of where they might have gone?
Actually, only one of them is. The other one's still unconscious and on the floor over here.
Excellent. But as for the one that escaped, any sort of trail they might have left that I can follow?
Not really. There's not really a way to make tracks in this building. So
Right.
you can reason that they probably ran and they probably ran out. But yeah, actually, Bjorn, because you're quote unquote close to the. Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna bother to make it a perception check. You're gonna walk in. You're gonna see that the chick had gotten out of the binds that you had put her in, and then almost as if on cue, you're gonna hear zap, and then a feminine scream.
Huh. That didn't sound promising. I'm gonna go check that out very quickly.
Seemed to come from the northern area towards the leading out.
Yeah, I'll duck out into the hallway real quick and just see.
Yeah, so the lady that you, as you come into, this room, or this hallway here, the lady that you guys had tied up, you see her on the ground, unconscious, absolutely fried, and just as you come into the room, you see the last end of a chain link for a manacle that goes through that door.
Bjorn's just gonna sigh, shake his head, throw her over his shoulder, and take her back to the other prisoner.
What I miss?
So Bjorn got into the hallway. He sees that the chick is fried, like beyond belief fried. She is dead. And just as
not. I thought unconscious. You said
nope.
Dead. I'm not gonna bother bringing her corpse back then. That seems silly.
Okay, making sure. Yeah, sorry. She is fried. She is dead.
Okay.
And as Bjorn came and saw that, he sees the last of a chain link for the manacles go through that door and out. So, yeah. Now then, let us go to Skunk, who is trying to go through the other door.
I would like to make sure the door is not trapped or locked before I attempt to open it, because rogues need to be cautious of that shit.
Yep.
So
Despite
investigation.
The fact that you chose to have perception high instead of investigation, when investigation is usually the one used for traps. But anyway.
You know. Skunk's got the bloodhound nose. I leaned really hard into that.
That's fair. Yeah, doesn't appear to be trapped. It is locked, though.
Alright, lock picking time. Open sesame.
Yep. It is open. Hooray. So, hallway. Again.
Hallway Herbert.
Also, there's a door right there also.
Alright.
Which way do you think, fellas?
I mean, we've been mostly to that side, to the where Cad was, so I imagine the other way.
Alright. Skunk will open the door directly south of us first, then. Check for traps and locks first.
Okay, investigation.
18.
Does not appear to be trapped nor locked.
Opening.
Yay for all of the hallways. We have a lot of those in this building.
They do.
Alright. See a doorway going to the left up there. And you do also see the last of, well, no, they wouldn't go that way. Never mind. So, you're seeing hallway, you're seeing door, which you surmise is probably to the room that was over here, that you've already been in. Because, you know, Skunk doesn't seem like the type that would get lost.
Not easily, at least. Okay.
There's also a door on this area.
Well, Skunk's kind of wanting to get further into the guts of what's off to the left. the west side of the structure. And there's no door at the end of this hallway, so...
There's one that goes up, but yeah.
Yeah. That's a door right there, right?
Yeah, that's a door.
Okay.
Let's see.
Locked, trapped, any of that shit?
Nope. Seems to be okay.
All right. Opening.
Actually, it is locked. Sorry.
Now you listen here. No, it isn't.
No, it's not.
That is a 20 on my thieves' tools.
Okay. So, interesting hallway and interesting floor. It's different than the other floors. It's blue.
Ooh, carpet!
Yeah.
Or
Moss is still
water.
Moss is still growing though.
I cast Cryonis right here. What happens?
Wrong game.
Oh.
What's the wisdom save? What?
Gonna take one step on the carpet, and Skunk's just gonna go.
Give me 1 minute.
And then he's gonna get down and he's gonna start kneading it.
He's not a feline.
No, but he likes soft things, and he's had a very stressful week.
Fair.
He found something soft and it's like,
Okay, hold on. I know we're in the middle of something, but give me just 60 seconds. Oh, that feels nice.
All right then.
So he'll do that for a bit. That'll give Cat a chance to poke his trunk around if he wants.
Yeah.
I don't want to completely steal the show. Go have fun, Elephant Man. I'm touching the floor.
So the floor is carpet or water?
Carpet.
Carpet.
Okay. So you're touching the floor?
I am touching the floor very enthusiastically. I'm just kneading it like a cat wanting milk.
Which
Surprised you're not touching grass instead. Can I check this door?
okay. So that door there.
Yeah.
Let's see. What room is this? This would lead into what I believe is. Okay. So, that room is in fact locked, or that door is in fact locked.
What about this one?
That one going up? Nope, that is not locked.
I open this door.
Okay. So, Cad, make for me a dexterity save at advantage. You're going up, right?
Yep. 21.
Okay, cool. So,
The dude with the shackles came in here and he zaps me as I open the door.
no.
Okay.
What we have here is a kitchen. Hooray!
And the offensive smell needed to be evaded.
No. As you sort of walk in, you open the door, you step inside, and there is a somewhat chubby, heavy-set female human woman that tries to smack you in the head with a rolling pin and missed.
Like threw it at me?
Yeah. She threw it at you, and then you instinctively dodge out of the way, and then she very, very poorly tries to hide behind this table here.
I pick up the rolling pin and sort of set it on the table there and then back up.
We're the politest bunch, the three.
You drop this, ma'am.
Oh, we found someone?
Yeah. I don't know what's across the hall, but it's locked. But this one, yeah. Her rolling pin was slippery and it accidentally flew towards me.
Skunk quirks a brow.
Okay, I gave it back to her.
He raises his other brow.
Skunk's eyebrows do the wave.
Alright. So, sit tight, you guys. Let's go to Bjorn. What are you doing, Bjorn?
Let's see here. Everyone. I want to go exploring off up there since everyone's in this general area, so I guess I'll come over and check this door out.
Which door?
Just north of the kitchen.
Oh, above the kitchen?
Yeah.
Alright. So, you will make your way over there eventually, and then roll an investigation to see if it is trapped or locked.
Investigation.
Or
This
you
is
can
what
just,
Bjorn is best at.
Or you can just try to open the door. One of the two.
I mean, let's see. Nah, that's a good roll. It's a 20.
That is a good roll. It does appear to be locked, though not trapped. Just locked.
Am I doing it?
Bjorn will attempt to smash his way through it.
Strength check. Go for it.
You're trying.
I am.
There we go.
Right here.
There we go. Cool. Okay, so you smash your way into this room in here. And I'm just going to fill out the whole thing because it's easier that way. This room is very much similar to a room you've already been in. It's just over there. It just has decidedly less holes.
All right.
These
Nobody in here?
Rooms.
No, doesn't appear to be. Well, roll perception.
And 11.
Yeah, doesn't appear to be anybody in here.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, Dr. Crystal. I guess that'll do for that room.
Are you going to go up into the hallway up there, or are you going to...
Well, there's another door here, looks like, right?
Yep.
Might as well check that next.
And which one is... Yeah, that leads to the long, funky hallway. Hooray! Well, not funky hallway. It's just a hallway to nowhere, really.
Nice.
So, you can investigate that door, you can try to open it, or what you doing?
Bjorn is feeling very confident after the last door, so he's just going to go directly to smashing through this one.
Okay. Sure. Smash the door. Strength. It will not save, but strength. Yeah. So you how do you slam into the door? Like with your weapon, or do you shoulder check?
Shoulder check.
Okay. So you shoulder check and you realize, yeah, this door was locked.
Was not.
It was not locked. Nope.
Oh, well.
You didn't knock it off its hinges either. You just shoulder check it and you open it the hard way.
All right, well, the job got done.
Yeah, that kinda. And then super long, pointless hallway, kind of. There's a door way back there, though.
True.
So
Matching the one over there. Interesting.
Yep,
So there's.
we'll do that. And is Silver doing anything with the dragons?
She's probably gonna try to have conversations with them.
Like without a chessboard. So what kind of movies do you like as you move your pawn up 2 paces?
No, she's just like laying there, like in the stove, be like, "So where are you guys actually from? Like which part of the mountain range are you from?"
One of them lifts her head One of them lifts her head just Oxford.
Oh, that's a long way. I don't know where that is. I'm assuming it's a long way.
I'm assuming in Draconic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the Mercury Dragon asking the question of like literally where are you from?
You know, what part of the mountain?
The Mercury Dragon of the two is like, I don't actually remember. He
No, what about you?
he messed with that brain something fierce, so I don't really know. And then the Copper Dragon is well, you told me your name before, and I didn't tell you mine. I was sort of out of it.
No,
anyway.
you didn't.
My name's Rice. Rice. In the
Really?
What?
None.
I know the name is from somewhere
Wait, which
else.
one is it?
I know the name is from somewhere else, so sue me. It's fine. I like the name.
Sengun.
Is that the Copper Dragon?
Copper Dragon. It's like, my name's Rice.
So it's just like kind of, well, like looked at the Mercury, like, and you?
I'm not entirely sure, honestly. My memories are all messed up.
You need a name. A dragon should always have a name. I shall call you Falcor for now.
Falcor. So, Rice is like, I know that. Wait, my mom's gonna be looking for me. I'm from.
Wait.
I'm going.
I'm waiting.
I'm going to. I'm from the center of the mountains up north, like in the middle of Iban.
Oh, the mountain area that's just right above the capital.
Yeah. Hey, Silver.
Oh wait, I had another dragon's name. What is it? What is it? What is it?
Do you remember?
Yeah. Want to say it starts with the C, but it's the
Started with a K.
copper
Started with a K, actually.
copper dragons. Huh?
Started with a K, actually.
K, C, whatever. They almost sound similar, almost.
They do, yeah. Especially for a word like this. Hey, Brian, do you have written in Skunk's stuff the dragons that he knows?
Probably. Let me open up my notes. In my dragon decks, I have. Give me a second. My eyes are deciding I can't read any text smaller than 20 points. I have Stega, leader of Kragabluff, Azza, leader of Mork, and Kraus, leader of Morkita. And I suppose I need to add Rice to this one. Rice being the Mercury Dragon, right?
No, Rice is the copper.
No, Rice being the copper.
Okay.
And then Falcor quotation marks for the Mercury Dragon.
Yes. So I also would like to point out that you're not entirely sure of Strega's color. He never really gave it to you because he never turned into his dragon form. But
I don't know about his races.
But Azza, you know, is Silver Dragon, and Kraus was told to you by Morkita by Princess Giant Lady. Kraus was said to
As
be
a
a
copper
copper dragon.
Okay.
Does this name sound familiar?
The Silver say Kraus.
Kraus is
Kraus. Whatever.
The Silver say Kraus.
Yes.
The Rice will sort of blink and then look, like staring you in the eyes. And
Hello.
How do you know that name?
Because the giant lady, that's the princess of the city, I convinced her to hire us to take care of the problem of this facility, because we've, like, ran into a few of them in the past, and we're like, yeah, might as well. And she told us about a copper dragon that's been flying around looking for something, I think, maybe?
Kraus was the proprietor for Morkita. He was the Azza to,
Well, yes, I realized that, but I was just saying, it's like the giant lady. She told us about him.
Yeah.
We haven't met him. We know of him.
You know of him. You also briefly saw with, specifically Skunk, in the night, a couple times as you were going on this adventure, looking way up high in the sky, you saw what looked like a dragon flying around.
Yeah, and we decided, oh, hey, let's try to scry on that, and then we get electrocuted.
Yes. So, Rice is going to, sort of, he gets a very stern look, almost, well, somewhere between stern and sad, really. And then Kraus is my uncle.
Oh, well, hey. Look at that. We're meeting people.
I gotta get out of here.
Just relax. They're clearing the place out, and then eventually we'll probably, if we're able, send a message. If not, we're going to be traveling back to...
So the Mercury Dragon speaks up and is just like, can't we just fly out of here? We have open air up above us. And then Rice is like, 1, blizzard, and 2, my wings are sore and probably won't work to carry me that far. And then the Mercury Dragon like flaps his wings, and they don't really flap that fast, and he's like, okay, yeah, fine.
Maybe they can just come with us while we're en route.
And then
safety in numbers and safety in numbers and safety in Dragon Company.
It's like there was a slight moment where like Silver said, it's like, can we hear them say, it's like, oh, can't we just like fly out of here and stuff? And she just like gets a little sad and like, oh, okay.
That'll be an interesting sight for like any city we walk up to. It's like a small army of rescued prisoners, a single band of adventurers, and 2 metallic dragons who look just done.
So at that point,
like, we are here for beer and board games. If you have neither, we're leaving.
at that point, the Mercury Dragon, he like flaps his wings. They don't really go anywhere, and then there's a moment when Silver, you know, you're keeping an eye on him. You're watching magics, and magic's afoot, and the silver dragon sort of flickers, almost like shrinks for a second, and then just comes right back. And he's... Damn it! I told you our magic is not working, says Rice.
Do it. Look, we'll figure it out.
So, yeah. And Silver, I want you to make for me a perception check. Again.
This is gonna be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
17.
17. Yeah, that's high enough. She wasn't really hiding or anything. You're going to see who she's been sort of leaning up against the corner in this wall over here. And after a bit, and as your conversation is going and whatnot, Yang is just going to walk inside.
Wait, where are you going?
She'll hear you. I mean, you're calling out to her, so she'll hear you.
I'm like, where are you going?
I mean, I can't really understand what you're talking about with the dragons, but it seems like it's a fairly effective conversation. They're not hurting you, they're not attacking.
Well, maybe if you don't stand over there, come over here and teach you some stuff.
Okay.
Come on. They're not going to bite much.
Unless you punch first.
No, if they bite, we're probably just going to be dead.
And then Yang...
I mean, they're adolescents. They're like challenge rating 7 and we're level 14, so...
Yeah.
So, honestly, these two together, assuming they were at good strength, would probably be like an even match for our party.
Yeah, probably. That's kind of why I was presenting them the way that I did. They were merged together, their abilities were on top of each other, a little bit of extra abilities, and then, by the way, you're potentially fighting them as an ad with the big guy had he went into the garden. But anyway.
Yeah, no. I was just mainly saying, like, if they bit, like, if Silver got bit, she would be dead.
She'd be unconscious, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but no, she would probably sit there and kind of, like, start teaching Young, like, some draconic words, and, like, kind of introduce her to their names.
So
and I explain what they were talking about.
So we're going to sort of cut on to the others as Yang sort of raises an eyebrow and tilts her head and goes, "Falcor? Really?"
Yeah.
And so then we will jump back to the others who are in the kitchen currently. Skunk, do you actually wander into the kitchen?
Yeah, absolutely. Some chick threw a rolling pin at the elephant. Skunk wants to know what that's all about.
Yes.
Be like, ma'am, calm down.
So she is a just standard human woman, slightly heavyset and chubby, kind of short, probably like 5'4". She's got long, somewhat curly brown hair, and you do see that there is, as she's sort of sitting against the wall and cowering in the corner, you do see that she has a apron on, like just an apron that's slightly messy, and yeah, she's just sitting and cowering in the corner.
Huh. Skunk is going to hop up on the counter, tilt his head at her. You work here?
I did. I assume that there's no one here now, mostly.
Oh yeah, no, your employment is absolutely terminated.
Nice save.
Shut up.
Did you work here willingly? Or were you, like, conscripted into it?
She is going to roll insight. Is Skunk trying to be adorable, or is he trying to be never mind, doesn't matter. So, I worked here by choice at first, then things just got weird really fast.
Oh, so it wasn't always like this.
Might depend on who you ask, but he was a good man once. Oh, maybe I was just blinded to that. I don't know. Are all the prisoners gone? Or are all the people here gone?
We're still kind of going through the place, so there's probably people we've missed, but the idea is that when we're done here, all the prisoners will be freed, and everyone who worked here we'll either be dead if they tried to kill us or walking back to the city to, face justice for the horrible shit they did. But if you were just a cook...
All I did was cook food, and if somebody was not particularly keen on taking some sort of medicine that some of the scientists wish they would take, I might have snuck it in there, but I wasn't intending on hurting anybody. Maybe I should. She seems very indecisive about what to do with herself. Skunk gets the vibe that she may, if other people were to be imprisoned for working here, she might be imprisoned by choice. At the same time,
Well,
I'm not entirely sure if she deserves it.
Well, tell you what. Out in the central I don't know.
I'll sort of look back towards Cad and be like,
I kind of want to get everyone, in one spot so it's easy to, corral and move everyone around, but, where would be a good spot for that? My first instinct is to send her over to where Silver is, but, if she bumps into the dragons, they might eat her, so...
They?
Well, most of the rooms don't have a lot of seating or accommodations, or they're mossy, or have holes or spiders or dragons. So somewhere that people wouldn't be afraid. Is there like a dining hall or something?
I mean, we have a mess hall. It's across the hall.
Okay. Oh, question, and I will point at the green gunk slime shit. The hell is this? It's been everywhere, and it's bugging the shit out of me. What is this stuff?
It moves.
It does, burble and move as you point at it. It's his first experiment that actually worked. It kind of
Right, so the dude was experimenting on people? So am I looking at a person when I look at this gunk?
No. This
Good.
This wasn't a person at first. This was just he would experiment on life in general. And before he graduated up to people and more sentient creatures, he chose things that were easier to mutate. And then she just sort of points to the moss.
How the hell do you work in this kitchen with this kind of gunk?
Well, if I make a mess on the floor, I can just sweep it into it and it'll eat it.
Yeah, but then if you step into it, it'll eat your foot.
No, it's used to me. And she steps in it and it's fine. By the way, don't tell some of the scientists this. They don't believe me when I tell them I can do this.
I think what's probably going on is that it might have simply identified that sometimes you feed it. And if it kills you, the food stops coming.
Reasonable.
But then if the food stops coming, it'll just eat you instead.
Maybe it likes me. I don't know.
Well, it's all gonna be left here just to rot for a while, I guess, so...
It'll probably just eat through the entire place and then...
Does it die in the cold?
I mean, it doesn't like the cold.
Okay, well, if it eats through the entire place, then it exposes itself to the snow, and then I guess it'll just shrivel up and die in that, so just... Okay, you... I point at her. First of all, what's your name?
She will, point to a little, badge that she's got that's sort of hung over, it's not a doctor's coat, it's just a different kind of coat. It's reminiscent of a doctor's coat, but it's not as white. It's also got a few stains on it. And then she sort of turns it to the side, and, it has the name Minnie.
Minnie. Neat. Go ahead, head on back to the dining room you talked about and just stay put. Anyone else who surrenders or gives up or gives themselves up or whatever is probably gonna just get chucked in there until we're ready to book it.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Now, about that, are the prisoners going there or are the prisoners leaving? Based on how you ran in when you were running to the dragon, Skunk knows that most of the prisoners that were let out are already going out the door.
Right, we probably should have thought about that. I'll turn around to Cad. Hey, did you give the prisoners any instructions before you turned them loose, or are they just going?
Oh yeah, of course. I told them they were free, and I told them to meet up with you guys in the hall, I believe.
was that second instruction there? I don't recall that part. I just remember a lot of, you're free and sorry.
Maybe. I don't know.
I was more asking the dungeon master.
Yeah, it was mostly just you're free, The only one that really had the meet with my friends in the hall was the prisoner who was trapped in the shackles.
Right, we probably should have planned that a bit better. Okay, I'm the one with the hypersense of smell. I can track him real quick. Cat, Oak, you two want to keep doing the scout around?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, I'll go see if I can track down our prisoners and make sure they don't kill themselves in frostbite. Much safer if we all travel as a group.
To which point, since you're going to have her open up the way, she is going to open up the way into the mess hall that's across the hall down.
All right.
Yay, we didn't have to bust it open.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, there's not a lot of holes in the floor. Yay.
But there is a lot of the people eating moss.
Yep. I mean, it's got to get fed too. It's going to be fed in the mess hall. It's all over the place. And so now we will go to Bjorn. What are you doing, Bjorn? Gonna go all the way down that hall? Do we have a Bjorn?
Just walks down at like 100 feet and then just squints. And there are just these two little girls at the far end.
I mean, there's a door up there.
There is a door up there.
I gotta go see what it's about. Could be cool things.
About its hinges.
So what you thinking? Are you going to try to check the door? Are you going to open the door? Are you going to pound the door? What are you doing?
After his previous experience, Bjorn will try the knob.
Smart. It's not locked. You
What
now
do I
have
just-
an interesting-ish sort of a room back here. There's a door over there. And then there is hallway-ish, though wider than all the others that you've been seeing. There's a door right there.
Interesting.
And it goes all the way over to the other long hallway that was discovered earlier. But a wall
Indeed.
with no doors. Yep.
Well, this seems like it ought to be important.
Mm-hmm.
What's this, though? This looks different from the other doors.
It's technically a little different because I revealed a little bit too much of it, but it's got the wooden floor similar to the ones down below you down here. So you're seeing the... yeah.
Gotcha.
You're seeing some of the floor of the room inside.
Alright.
So which one you going for?
I'm gonna go for the important looking one up here.
One in the middle. Yep.
Yeah.
Go for it. Are you going to check
Do
it?
she be locked? Yeah, we'll check to see if it's locked.
It is in
And
fact
trapped.
locked.
And all.
It is in fact
It
locked.
is. And I'm gonna shoulder check it then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll you a strength.
Ow. That didn't feel good. And I
No.
grumble to myself.
No. Roll for
Rub
me
me.
perception.
Uh-oh. 13.
Yeah, hearing all the explosions, all the roaring, all the stuff. You're going to hear a voice, a very young, child-like scream or yell from inside the room that you just knocked the door on.
Oh, a child, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Are you here to help, or are you gonna kill everybody?
The first one. Definitely.
How convincing does Bjorn sound? Apparently very convincing. Good to know. So there is a brief moment of pause, and then you hear a click. Hey, Brian, do your little squeaky sound of the door opening that you can hear. Yeah, that. Thank you. I freaking love that noise. You're so good at it. So
I'm at it.
you hear that, and you will see a very small Vidalcan child, so a very blue little boy, that is sort of just looking up at you with these very big, very scared eyes. So you're here to rescue everybody?
That had been the plan. Are there others in here with you?
Mm-mm.
I kind of like look past him, see what I can't see.
He'll shake his head, and then I'll give you the room that he is in. This is a very precarious room. Because it has holes.
Oh no.
Whoop.
This is the storage room.
Were those intended to be holes, or were they something else?
Yes, those were intended to be holes falling into when I intended this dungeon to have a basement before I got lazy and just gave up.
Yep. I mean, I don't have a map for it because you didn't make it, but I did intend for this place to have a basement below. So.
I mean, that's where the drider kept coming from, I guess. So.
Yep. So he'll sort of let you look in, and he's very carefully moving his feet to not be falling in this hole that's directly behind the door.
That's legit. Yeah.
So, big, huge eyes looking up at you, somewhat scared and curious, perhaps. Looks a little bit more put together than some of the other prisoners that you might have saw running out the door. But at the same time, a little bit malnourished, but not hurt, really.
Okay. What's your name?
I kind of want to take the name that's there because it's cool. What that does, Moirai, I guess.
All right.
I should have gave the kid a name, but
That does.
yeah. My mom's here too. I don't know where. She was in the cells on the. This is funny. He does a he crosses his arms and points left and right at the same time, and then goes west side cells.
West.
Bjorn, you're not entirely sure if he's correct in assuming east from west. So what you doing, Bjorn?
Well, I know Cad was banging around some cells earlier, so I guess I'll take Morai back to him and see what he knows. Give Morai some rations while I'm at it.
Good idea.
See if there's any donuts left in the pack.
Silver has those, not you.
Oh.
What?
Bjorn was thinking of giving rations to the kid, and he was like, I wonder if there's any donuts left in the pack, and I said, Silver has those, not you.
I thought we got rid of the donuts because they were stale.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got rid of them because they were going bad, because it had been so long.
Yeah,
Frozen or not, there's still a limited shelf life on donuts.
Yeah, too bad.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So, yeah, probably not, unfortunately.
So yeah, you're going to take Moirai back to the front where all the other people are, or back to the others at the very least.
Yeah.
He will actually, he'll make an attempt to hold your hand so he doesn't get lost.
Bjorn allows this.
Cool. So you will do that, and now we will jump to the let's see. Silver is teaching young dragon, or somewhat teaching young dragon.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
Kind of adorable, but we're leaving it at that, I think.
Yeah, not really a whole lot we can do with that.
And it's getting
Yeah,
late.
no, just
Get everybody out of here. Cad, how are you going to get through that door? Are you going to attempt to open it, or are you just going to pound your way through it?
Ah.
I mean, try and open it first.
Okay. You're not just rushing in like Bjorn did earlier, so that's good. It is, however, locked.
Well.
Where lady? Lady have key.
Lady has key to kitchen, not key to over there.
In the dining hall?
In the dining hall and in the kitchen, but not to over there. I mean, you could ask her. Technically, I guess you wouldn't know that.
Yeah, what's this way, and do you have a key to it?
Oh, that's some of the other holding cells. I did have a key at one time, but then the stupid kobolds took it away because apparently I was feeding some of the experiments too much. She gets a very, gross look on her. It's gross to call them that, but that's what they called them, and sort of force a habit for her to do it. When she says experiment like that, she's just like, I gave too much food to some of those in there, and then the kobolds took the keys. So.
So I guess try and push door open, force it open, strength it open.
Yep, strength check to force door open.
Rawr.
Easy enough. You have forced the door open. This is actually very similar to what you saw a second ago. It's just there's more moss. So it's going to be not as ping-pongy easy because there's moss over here. But boop. And then going down that way. There's a doorway down there. All the other doors. And then going all the way the heck up here. This is very similar to the holding cell room thing that you had on the other side. There's a door up there.
Okay.
Are you gonna ping pong your way through these as well?
I mean, it's the same kind of doors. It's also holding kind of cells and whatnot.
Yep.
What happens if you step on the green moss?
You have to make a strength save or it's going to catch you and hold you. It's not hard for you.
This door is interesting.
It is, yes.
How thick is the moss?
It's when it's sort of like a layer of snow in that it is just thick enough that if your foot was sinking in it, it might cover up to your ankle. But usually when you stand on it, you're on top of it. So it's got that what is it? What's the name of the fluid science thing that's like if you hit it really hard, it's solid, but if you push in it, you sink?
Non-Newtonian.
Yeah, that. It's got kind of that going on.
So by cover of darkness, I'm gonna sneak past it this way.
Sure.
Can I put my Quicksilver Collider head down on the floor like a push broom and kind of push in this direction? Can I relocate or uproot the moss?
Interesting. Sure, you can try. Roll strength. Also, Oak is backing up. Just a little, so he doesn't end up in that moss over there. But, yeah.
I'm not being particularly careless about it yet. I'm just sort of testing to see if it's possible.
Yeehaw! See you later, Skunk.
I just saw a skunk making his way.
Yep, so...
I mean, he's doing what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm just putting him in that direction.
Yeah. So, what I will say is you're going to stab your collider onto the ground and then push into the moss and try to push it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to uproot and relocate. My goal would be to push in this direction.
Okay.
So I can get to the door.
So with the 15, you're able to do just that. You sort of push, and there's a brief moment of you hear something that sounds kind of like a hiss or a growl or a pained sound of sorts, but it's more like the release of gases, kind of a hiss mixed with a growl. It doesn't seem like something that's doing it with vocal cords. Yeah, kind of like that. And you will push it off, and then you will see on the tile and underneath that there are somewhat, maybe about as big as a coin, little pricks into the tile where this moss seemed like it had been growing through the tile and up, as how it's been coming up through the floor like it's been doing. And then the tile sort of shifts a little bit as you move it away, and then you have succeeded in your endeavor. Good job.
Okay. So can I clear at least enough of it that I can kind of stand by the door and not be standing in moss?
Yep, you can.
Okay. I think for purposes for this specific door, because it's, no, there's other doors that are covered with moss. Yeah, so, I'll huff and puff and smash the door down.
Yep, roll strength.
Rawr.
It's a little bit more difficult thanks to the moss sort of holding it back, but you pushed a lot of it away, and you will open up the door.
And this is where all the moss is coming from.
No. It's another prisoner room. But I think for ease of time, I can say that you will sort of make your way and learn, because you've got plenty of time to just sort of figure everything out. For the most part, you've got all the potential threats dealt with, and it's already 3. So, what I will say though is I'll do what Skunk was working on over there. Because Skunk is... There's still a couple of other rooms that you haven't investigated that could be other stuff for next session, but I think, walking around, being careful. Hey, Silver, if you want to effectively take a short rest, go for it.
Huh?
I am
Short
allowing
rest.
I am allowing you to take a short rest should you wish to do so.
Woo!
You're not going to get any of your
Definitely.
spells or magic back, but you could theoretically heal.
Which I know.
If it were Locke, it'd be like, woohoo, 100%.
Yep. But you can work on that and say that you heal up a little bit, and there's going to be a little bit more investigating stuffs, and I'm going to do what Skunk is dealing with, and then I'm going to call it there because it's already late, because I don't want to be on to fall asleep. I sort of put a lot more into this lab than I thought I did, but that's okay.
Oh, we just want to make sure we cover all of our bases.
Yep. And I'm glad that you guys are looking all into everything in here. It's great. So Skunk, you're heading out to try to catch people from leaving?
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up, like, with the escaping prisoners so I can tell them,
Wait, hold on, not yet. We should all leave in a group. That way we can watch each other's backs, make sure no one gets picked off, etc., etc. We have food. I have a tent that turns into a TARDIS.
There's an older human woman that's just... What?
I mean, I wasn't actually speaking in character yet.
Right. I know.
There's an older Cuban woman? What? You know when you're like half listening and then...
Human
Sorry, what?
woman. It's fine.
Oh.
So,
Cuban makes more sense than Cuban.
So, you will see that a lot of the people have sort of gathered up in this main room down here, effectively.
Sort of like in the church area?
No, down below here, the front foyer room down here.
The lobby, okay,
Yeah.
or the reception lobby, rather. Yeah.
Yeah, they sort of went about as far as they could go, and then realized there's a freaking blizzard outside.
Yeah. Okay. I will step in. How many people are in here? Can I estimate that this is like all of them? Actually, you know what? I've got a better way. I'll just speak up and be like,
Hi, sorry to interrupt anything. Has anyone actually gone outside?
They all look at each other and they're like, well, one of them did, but he didn't get very far. And then Skunk, with your high perception, you'll notice that there is a person outside here, and also his chains that he's been pulling the entire time are still partially in the door. And he's the one that wandered outside. And he just sort of looks and is looking around and then just wanders back inside and says, oh, are you one of the adventurers that sort of helped free us?
Yep. Hello, my name is Skunk.
and I hold out a hand to shake.
Skunk, okay. Interesting.
I wiggle my fingers.
He will eventually make his way, being very careful to not trip or hit anybody with his obvious chains. And he will come over to shake your hand. Don't suppose.
So how come you have chains and no one else does? Seems like a weird security oversight, if you ask me.
They chained me up because I tended to fight.
Ah. Okay. 1 second.
I'm gonna whip out my thieves' tools and start undoing those chains.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time that I'm doing that, I'll be talking to the whole room.
Okay, so here's the quick rundown, ladies and gentlemen. I came here with a whole group of people. You've already met one of them, big elephant bloke, real fun. His name's Gradiriel, rather, Cad for short. We're here to get you all out of here and shut this whole operation down, but as you've surmised, bad idea to go out there alone right now. So please just hang out in here, and anyone else who's going to be escaping with us will congregate in this room. We are trying to see if we can take any prisoners from the people who worked here that we can bring back so they can face justice. Please don't kill any of them. There are legal processes for a reason, and we'd rather do this right.
And this is why I'm gonna make my thieves' tools check.
As you're rolling,
That is
your
20.
As you're rolling your thieves' tools, you hear a soft, because your perception's high and he's right there, soft under the breath. Whoops.
Skunk looks up.
What'd you do?
I killed one.
Did they attack you first?
I mean, does it count that they experimented on me?
I mean, it's understandable, but in the moment, did they punch you? If they punched you, then yeah, by all means, sound off, King. But if not,
Whatever. Looks away.
Can't be helped now.
Do I get the chains off?
Thieves' tools check thing. Yeah.
Already rolled it. 20.
So yeah, you let him free, and he just sort of moves his arms and claps his hands and is glad to have freedom of movement back, and he just, thank you.
You are very welcome. What's your name?
Marcus, actually.
Marcus. Neat. Okay. I need to go back to my other friends. Y'all kindly hang out here. We'll get out of here as a group. Also, we found 2 dragons. They'll probably be coming with us.
Two.
So, yeah, they used to be one. They were like duct taped together or something. It was real weird. Magic bullshit. I don't get it. It's a copper dragon and a mercury dragon. Both metallic, both experimented on just like all of you, so they're in the same boat, about like 10 feet tall. Real nice chaps, kind of tired. Don't bother them, but let them kind of tag along. We'll all be great. Okay? Bye! And I'm going to turn around and go scampering.
As you're scampering your way back, you're going to see another crowd of people from the other set of holding cells that is making their way out. This time, I'm going to just operate on an idea that Cad this time was like, go slow, don't rush out, because it's blizzard outside, and you have people that are slowly making their way. Yes,
Scamper boy!
Yes. They are slowly making their way to head out. And yeah, you're just running past a bunch of people who are making their way out. At which point, as you're sort of doing so, one of the prisoners, one of the prisoners, a Vidalcan woman, she's so you're saving all of it.
That is the plan.
I don't know where he wandered off to. He could get away from some of the other people and scientists. I don't know if he tried to run into the snow. My kid might be in here somewhere.
Well, we're not done scrounging through the whole place yet, so I'll keep my eyes open. Hold on a sec. Please don't move.
And Skunk is going to step forward and quickly get a good sniff of the woman to get her scent and hopefully the scent of her kid, too.
Bjorn, did you go straight to heading outside with the kid?
Pretty much just go looking for Cad.
Okay.
I knew he was the one who had been in the cells earlier.
Okay. So which way you go, left or right?
Oh, well, hell. Probably left. And that's the way I came from, so...
Yeah. As you're wandering into this hallway here, on the left, you're going to hear, though he's doing it a little bit more carefully because of the moss, but Cad is probably making his rounds in pinball form to get through these cells over here. Or rather, they might have done that at that time. And you're going to know that he's kind of over there, and the kid sort of looks up at you and is like, what's all the noise? I mean, I heard some of that already.
That's just my friend breaking all the cells open.
Oh.
He's not a subtle sort, but he gets the work done.
Oh. My mom might be on that side. My mom's on that side. And then, just for ease of simplicity, are you guys going to want to explore all of the rooms before you get everybody together? Or how are you wanting to do that?
That's kind of what I was thinking. Thinking. Make sure we've cleared the place out. Make sure we haven't missed anyone. If there's anything useful that the victims could employ to keep themselves safe or, help the rest of the group generally, be a good idea to make sure we find everything.
Okay. So
That's what I was thinking, at least.
Yeah. That makes sense. So I'm going to reveal most of the rooms again. This is a washroom up here. I believe that's what it was.
Yep, that room in the very top left, I believe, was meant to be the laundry.
Yes, laundry room. Washroom was just below it. That's right.
Yeah.
So laundry room.
There are 2 washrooms, aren't there?
Yes. I believe
one for each. Yeah, one for each block.
One for each.
6 baths per block, so 6 people can be bathed at the same time.
And then up here was the other one. And then there's a lot of rubble and sorts in this area here. Yeah. Okay. So, these rooms here that are down below, we can be investigated next time because there's other stuff that you could potentially find in there, as well as over there with the room that's covered in all the moss. And then you have, similar to the right side of this area here.
The whole building was kind of designed to be mirrored on either side.
Yeah, essentially. And then you have this room, which is carpeted and looks cool, and has a little mini office in it. This room is very similar to exactly what you had it before. It's just creatively stimulating for Mr. Mad Scientist dude. He has
Yeah.
he has holographic projections of the anatomy of several human species and animals, all of which would be gone because you're going into this room when his magic is gone. So there's nothing here.
Aw.
But anyway,
Get fucked.
yeah. And then there's like other rooms and things for these other places that you haven't seen yet. We'll get to that later. We can come back to the last bit of that because it might be a little bit more complicated. These rooms don't necessarily have anything super important. This was like a
One of those is like meant to be like, yeah, one of those like a
Guard
guard
station.
station. So
yeah.
it's like there are like weapons in there.
There will be weapons and whatnot in there and other such things.
I will have Skunk point those weapons out to the assembled victims as they're gathering. Like,
By the way, there are weapons in here. Might want to arm yourselves just in case the wilds can be dangerous.
Yeah. And then you have only a small set of rooms that is mirrored, that is over here into that doorway, and other such doorways, and then this big room on the far right and big room on the far left, and we can work on those later. And
Yes.
I think I can go ahead and end the session here.
yeah.
I am really happy that turned out the way that it did with the dragon, and Sam was like, no, not fight high. So good job, Silver. You saved the dragon
Yay.
kids.
Mhm.
Yep. And see, here's the thing. Part of this place was about finding people with magical blood. And little thing about that, magical blood also leads to the sorcery magic that Silver's got going on with the dragon blood. One of the very unruly prisoners, Marcus, also has dragon blood. That's why he's got sorcerer magic.
Ooh, nice.
Which one?
The kid that had the chains that tried to lightning bolt Cad.
Wait, what color?
I don't think that really matters with sorcerer, does it?
No,
I haven't touched Draconic sorcerer. Does that really matter?
it does,
Or is it-
but
It does, because it gets buffs to certain spells.
Yeah,
Okay.
you Skunk wouldn't necessarily know what to look for to see it, or would care. I don't think.
Yeah, no. Skunk's magic understanding pretty much it doesn't extend beyond the fact that he has a cool rock that lets him do shit. That's-
Yeah.
Just
So-
send the kid towards Silver and be like, "Oh, what's up,
Oh yeah. There's definitely
Dragon Blood?"
there's definitely going to be some interesting connections between Marcus and Silver, just because Marcus also has that reckless abandon and oops thing going on.
Oops.
Yeah. Are we closing out?
Yeah, we're close.
Yeah.
now.
Okay, let me change my music a bit.
So this was a nice jump back in. I'm really happy with how this session went out. Even if it felt a little bit scattered with a lot going on, I think it made sense for you guys to sort of split up and investigate all the areas.
Yeah, we already killed the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been Shadows can be this has been Shadows can be Brian, and the join us next time will be me.
Okay. This has been Shadows of Gradiriel.
Join us next time as the group finishes searching around this lab of sorts, and what else they may find along the way. Perhaps they will kill the slime moss before it just dies because it has no food.
That sounds like a lot of work. I don't know, man.
I mean, it's gonna eventually.
That's where I stopped.
Yeah, it eventually it's going to have nothing to eat other than the floor, and it's going to eat through all the floor and then get cold and die. So.
Yeah, so we can really just leave it, and as long as no dipshits come back here and take samples, it'll just die on its own.
Yep.
Well, what if some people accidentally get it on their clothes? Yeah, bring it back to the city. Then we have to come back to the city and save it from the moth monster.
Oh right. There's stuff that might go along with people in this lab. I have to roll for that later. Anyway, see you guys.